So we started the journey looking for solar panels, battery inverter, blah blah blah, and we looked for local companies versus national companies. We had, I've got to be honest, quite a lot of cowboys around trying to give us cheap technology at a really, really expensive price, trying to put APR in and all those kind of things. Then we went a bit more local. We discovered future-proof solar. It was all around the right technology, what I was done the research on, and the price was really compatible as well. So I was really happy with where we ended up. We eventually opted for future-proof solar because one of your directors, John, who came around and gave us the quote, he looked at the house and he says, look, I'm going to be honest, for what you've got, I wouldn't have it on rails, I'd have it inbuilt. And it's something we're not being offered and we're not even thought about. And then we spoke to his neighbours who were going to actually see it. It made sense. It was a touch more expensive, but everybody was happy. So we were. Some of our reservations before fitting solars around the battery technology, what to do with that, and obviously how long the solar panels are going to last. So when we sat down, we talked about different specs, different things, what to do with the battery, insulate it a little bit in the winter months, which has really helped. We're not getting the big drop like we did in the first month of November last year. So now it's insulated, we don't really seem to have a problem. So we went through a number of systems, and the one that kind of fitted best for us was obviously the solar panels that are inbuilt into the roof. And then we talked about the battery inverter technology, and I said I wanted something where we can got a bit more throughput. So the system that worked for us was a 5 kilowatt give energy, because it gives us the burst that we needed. And we went for a 9.5 or a 10 kilowatt battery. And we've also got the option in future, which we've had these conversations before with John, if we want to increase the capacity. So when we was looking into the investment, we had a lot of things on the forums trying to understand exactly how much it was going to affect us, outlay versus how much we're going to save per month. And to be fair, it's kind of become a savings pot. In the winter months, our bills have gone from about £350 a month just for electric down to maximum of £100. And the big side of it is getting the right tariff at the same time. You've got to have the right tariff, and I mean having one for the winter months and having one for the summer months. So in the summer months, we went on our Octopus Flux. They were paying us money, about £100 a month, and that was from about April through to about September. July was a really wet month. We ended up getting about 30 quid back. So it's life changing. When John came around and gave us a quote, we talked about how would I make the money back as quick as possible, and that was showing us the app for Give Energy, and I liked the way I could use it basically. Use it day on day, set it to a certain time where I can drag cheap energy to the battery or to the car, and that you just maximise what you can. And then also in the summer months, as I mentioned, set it up so I can start selling electricity at really good rates, so then it becomes free or they're paying us. So after we had it installed, obviously we start looking month on month what we're saving, and we started saving straight away from the first month. The key message for me is you get the right equipment, but you also have to get the right tariff and the right energy supply. So as soon as we got that locked down, we've got the SEG payments back where we can get them. We got onto the right tariffs, and within the first 2 months, as bills have gone just for electric from 300 and something down to, I think the first one was around £96. And then as soon as you get through February into March, then they just nosedive, and then you're starting to get money. There's also the environment impact, isn't there, by having this. You're creating and also selling back so other people can use it as well. If you've got it, why not use it? When we had all the quotes and all the people round and trying to make the right decision, and we thought we had, until you've actually trialled the service. So day 1 we got scaffolding put up, day 2 the guys come round, fitted it up, and that was it. I was like, wow, it's done. They commissioned it, the engineers, the amount of people that were here doing the work, it was just a really well run, organised programme of work. And I've got to be honest, I believe we picked the right company, thank God. So when we went into this journey, we were having lots of people around. They were saying, trying to sell us these after sales plans and all this kind of stuff, and they were really expensive actually. So when we went with future-proof solar, the price was quite right. It was a local company, it felt right. And you're not quite sure until you've tested the service side. And got one of the guys behind the scenes, Luke. He's been in touch with me numerous times, saying, "Why don't you look at this? Why don't you look at that?" And it's really worked out. He's always been available when needed. And I think that's being worth its weight in gold, to be honest. The engineers that make sure you're doing the right things with the system. Would I recommend future-proof solar? Definitely, from start to finish. From the start of the project, from having the conversations, sat down, trying to understand what system's right for us. John not trying to sell us solar edge things when we don't really need them, when so many people did when we've got a clear view of the sun. We then went into the actual fitting. Never had one problem with the scaffolders through to the guys, through to the electrician. Scaffolders come on day one, that was done and dusted. We then had all the equipment arrive the next day, it was all installed to the future-proof guys. I was left with no mess, everything working, everything commissioned. It just seems so easy. One of the key questions is trying to understand where we are at the minute, if we've got the right system. We're a family of 2 adults and 2 children. In the summer months, we've definitely got the right system because obviously we're selling surplus all the time. In the winter months, we could probably do with another battery. One of the technical guys from your place, Luke, he's been in touch saying, you kind of this way you are, it'd save you a lot more money if you use cheap electricity at night and just buy another 5.2. Obviously these things cost money, so we're just trying to work out if that's right, when's the right thing to do that. Yeah, so it's worked out, we know what we need to do next, and that's probably where we'll go. From a testimonial point of view, as a previous mentioned, it's been a really good journey. If we had the choice again in the insight we've got now, looking back, would we do it again? Definitely. Would we choose future-proof solar? 100%. And I'm sure that relationship will